Isaac has a lot of unanswered questions and myths, so in this video I'll look up to 12 myths and try them in the game. For those who sees me for the first time, I'm Endboy, a Duels master, and this is my first video in English, so I'll try my best. Let's not waste any more time and dive into it. The first myth says that the Widow and Wretched can jump over you if you are close enough. Honestly, this is a pretty knowable fact, but trust me, as the video goes, we will cover the more and more absurd myths. But for this one, yeah, the myth is true. The second myth on our list is apparently hot bombs and pyromania gives you immunity to fire. Well, some of the people out there know that the hot bombs give this unique effect, but almost no one knows that the pyromania gives you that effect too. This is some kind of helpful information and it makes pyromaniac even more cooler than before. The next myth on our list is that burning enemies have an immunity to fire status effect. As you can see, I've stacked a lot of fire-related enemies, and by pressing one button, oh, they're not immune to fire status effect. Well then, this is the first myth to be busted. The next myth says that the heretic has a secret animation in the game files. As you can see, I can access most of the animations through the rules menu. For example, his attacks, his appearing, and his death. But if we scroll down, we find an animation called Why Does This Exist? And this animation is heretic given a dab, and then he dies. Well, this was kinda interesting, and the myth is true. Next one on our list says that Dark Esau can't travel through blue, purple, and white campfires. As you can see, I've spawned a lot of campfires, and normal and red ones is an easy task for Dark Esau. But what about blue, purple, and white ones? And as you can see, he is stuck between them, so the myth is true. But he can still dash through them, so technically this myth is true and busted. I'll leave this one for you to decide. The myths are getting more spicier, and the next one says that Polty can pick up hosts? Honestly, I don't believe in this. But apparently he can! Sorry, this was a joke. It's just a resprite for the bomb rock. This myth was fully busted and my joke was so bad I'm going to explode. And speaking of Polty, next myth says that you can actually catch the rocks that Polty is throwing at you. For this one, I will need a mom's bracelet. So, let's see... oh, I missed... Oh, again. Oh, no. Ah, there it is, I catched it. The myth is true, and Polty, this is for you. The next myth on our list says that Dark Esau can't damage you if you are not Tainted Jacob or Normal Jacob. Firstly, I'll try on the base Isaac. This is a resprite, by the way. And actually, Dark Esau can't damage you if you are not Tainted Jacob. But we need to test the Normal Jacob too. And let's see. He can damage the normal Jacob. Wow. But will Dark Esau damage the normal Esau? Let's trick the demonic soul. And actually normal Esau is his friend. Well, that's cool, I guess. And the myth is true. The next myth says that the siren can be revived by +1 up familiar. Well, that sounds like a good idea to make in game, so let's test it. For this experiment, I have the special button that kills the siren when needed. So now we'll let her steal our familiar, and when I press the button she dies, and yeah, she's not reviving at all. But there's still something to think about. In the animations for Siren she has one named Revive, so maybe it was in the game but then was deleted. But for now this myth is totally busted. The next myth is too specific. A Charmed Grudge can't attack enemies. Well, let's see this in the game. And for my surprise, he absolutely not cares about anyone, but he still triggers the sliding when I'm in the way. But his eyes is staring at the enemies, so this myth is true. The second to last myth says that the blood cultist traps when charmed can stun enemies. As you know, his traps in the base game can hold Isaac, but what if he was charmed? And he spawns the trap, and yeah, it stuns enemies when charmed. Actually, it's kind of useful, because his traps can not only hold the monsters but bosses too. This myth is true, and from my perspective, it's helpful. And the last one, which is in the thumbnail by the way, WORMWOOD can eat bomb flies from the blaster. Well, if he can eat a freaking gigabomb, I hope it's true, cause it would be such a unique feature. For this experiment, blaster cannot move and the wormwood is very slow. Now we just wait for the blaster to shoot. And sadly, but this myth is busted, and this is kinda sad, cause it would be fun seeing that the blaster can feed wormwood. But if we kill the fly, the bomb that drops from it is tasty enough for him to swallow it. So we viewed 12 myths, and some of them was useful and some was just our fantasy. I hope you have a nice day, and I'm saying goodbye.